Alright guys, today we're gonna be reacting to why I'm embarrassed to be German. Wow. That's interesting. Very interesting. If you guys agree with her, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys agree with her, let me know in the comment section below. Let's jump in.
I'd say this, but I'm embarrassed to be German. Things are going seriously wrong here in Germany, and I want to talk about this because I think from the outside it's not all that obvious yet. I've had many people from overseas asking me, what happened to your country? It didn't used to be that way. And that's right. Germany's not the well-functioning, environmentally super-conscious, high-tech nation it used to be. You go to a train station, half the trains are cancelled, the other half's delayed, the escalators are broken, the announcements are barely audible, and in the unlikely event that you can connect to the Wi-Fi, it's so slow that by the time the news is streaming, it's become a historical documentary, or maybe...
Damn. Wow, she's going in. She's saying like, I'm had it. I'm gonna start just dropping some head here. Wow.
Its quantum Wi-Fi collapses the moment you touch it. Okay, I'm exaggerating. It's not always and everywhere that bad. But it gives you an impression something's wrong. And it's not just the railway. The German government has made a long sequence of bad decisions about our infrastructure and technological development. As a consequence, this country is slowly but inevitably falling behind technologically, and because of this, also economically. The world just isn't appropriately afraid of us anymore. For example, I have a British friend who lives in a tiny village with like 150 inhabitants somewhere in the English countryside. They don't even have a gas station. I mean, petrol. But they've got fiber optic cable. I, meanwhile, live in one of the most industrialized regions of Germany, and I've been trying to get fiber optics for years, unsuccessfully. I still sit on 150 megabits per second copper cables. They have faster internet on the International Space Station. And I consider myself lucky, because if you go a few kilometers down the street, they have 5 megabits per second on a good day. Yes, that's right, 5 megabits per second internet in central Germany. Germany has the second lowest fiber optic cable coverage in the European Union. Only place that's worse is Belgium, a country which half of the time doesn't even have a government. The state...
Isn't that true, folks? Is that true? Is that true? So y'all internet is that bad?
Of the German internet is pathetic. We've also been slow to switch to electric vehicles or heat pumps. The German reputation for being particularly environmentally friendly has been buried in a biodegradable coffin because we like to pretend. At the moment, it's something that we joke about inside the country, how crap things have become. Like a recent commentary in a major German newspaper about the malfunctioning German railway that was a disaster during the European Football Championship. The author concluded with saying, well, the most environmentally friendly train is one that doesn't go. Or the guy who bought an electric vehicle and couldn't find a charging place that actually worked, who concluded that if you buy an electric vehicle in Germany, also buy a dog so that you don't have to walk home alone. Yes, it's...
She might be exaggerating. No way, no way. No way, man. No way, Jose. No way.
Funny, but you see, humor, especially sarcasm, is a way to cope with problems that we can't solve, because why face reality if you can mock it instead? Which is why looking at the jokes people make is a good way to find out how healthy their country is. What do the Brits joke about?
Well, he wants net migration to be at 0. Well, you know, I want a bigger dick. It's not a policy, is it?
See, that's how a healthy country looks like. What went wrong in Germany? There are many factors that played a role, but I think one stands out. What happened with the German railway, for example, is that the government privatized it in 1994. The so-called privatization converted the previously nationalized company into a stock company. The share of stocks owned by the state is 100%. That's some privatization, don't you think? In the same...
Wow, that is not privatization at all. that's still owned by the government. That's insane. That's not private at all. Wow.
Spirit, I really encourage you to watch whatever YouTube channel you like, so long as it's mine. But really, this pseudo-privatization isn't the main problem. The main problem is that the German railway is financed mainly by state subsidies and was grossly underfunded for almost 2 decades. A lot
Wow.
of necessary repairs and upgrades weren't done. Our trains are now so advanced, they've mastered time travel. You board in 2024 and arrive in 1995. Then
So you went backwards on time. You know, something that I noticed a lot of reactors when they visit Germany, the first thing that they always criticize is the railway, the railway. Train is never on time. I don't know why. I don't know why. I simply don't know why. With a place like Germany, they like to be on time on things. Like, hello.
now trying to fix this, which is why there are constructions going on in half the country, and that's what's causing the constant delays. I've arrived at the point where I'm glad if a train is delayed, because that means at least it's going. Though I got even more lucky last time I attempted to take a train because the drivers went on strike and I
Wow.
had to go 800 kilometers by car. I got 2 speeding tickets, thanks for asking. The internet problems have a similar cause: lack of investment at the time when it was necessary. Instead of switching to fiber optics long ago, the German government supported upgrading the existing copper cable connections. Big mistake. They're now trying to fix it, but we're far behind. Same problem with the switch to electric vehicles or renewables. The Germans were too slow to make decisions. And that's the common theme here. The Germans are too slow.
Really? I don't know how to really take this video. Is that a joke? A parody? What's going on here?
Germans are stereotypically thorough and pay attention to detail and do everything very, very precisely. Yes, it's a stereotype, but I think it's mostly true. I mean, it's why you subscribe to this channel, right? Because I can't stand it if I'm 5 pixels off the middle of the screen. German precision. This dedication to thoroughness and precision is why the German industry is renowned for high-quality products.
True.
It's also in the past saved us from a lot of follies, like the dot-com bubble, supersonic flights, sedgeways, spray cheese, you name it. Those were all cases where let's wait and see saved Germany time and money. But the world is now changing so fast that let's wait and see is no longer a good strategy. A good illustration for how German thoroughness can get in the way is what they call Technologieoffenheit over here. In English, that'd be technology openness, and it basically means that the government throws tax money at any idiotic idea they can find. It's basically let 1,000 flowers bloom, except that most of them are psychedelic mushrooms. For
Damn.
example, those electric highways that I talked about a while ago, the one where the test project cost 150 million euro for 20 kilometers and was used by a total of 9 trucks, most of them were usually out of service for repairs. The
No
idea-
way. I thought that was, man. I don't like that project. What happened to it? The y'all followed through. What happened? That was a nice project. That was literally a nice project. What happened there? Oh man, that's so sad, man.
idea of the electric highway is that trucks can recharge electric batteries from overhead cables while driving. It's a nice idea in principle. In practice, the problem is, there are no power lines alongside highways. It's cheaper and faster to swap batteries in gas stations. That's the fast answer anyway. But the Germans are thorough, so they test and evaluate, and I'm sure that in as little as a decade or so, they'll come to agree with what I just told you. We should also consider bringing back the horse and buggy, just to be thorough. And I haven't yet even mentioned the biggest idiocy of this technology openness, which was to phase phase out nuclear power and bank on a non-existing hydrogen economy.
Wow.
You see, Germany has a lot of energy-intensive industry that's very difficult to decarbonize. About 80% of the energy in Germany still comes from fossil fuels.
Wow. I did not know this. 80%, folks. So this is all the renewable energy sources. It's not a lot. Gas, coal, and oil still a main source of energy in Germany. That's crazy, man. I didn't know this. I did not know this. Y'all have to tell me this is true or not.
The obvious way to get off fossil fuels is nuclear power. I say it's obvious because the technology exists already, we know that it works, and it would get the job done. But is it really the best way to decarbonize? Maybe not. And this is where the German thoroughness gets in the way, because the German government thinks that if there was a hydrogen economy, then it'd be better to use that instead of nuclear power. Hey, if pigs could fly, maybe they'd be more carbon friendly than airplanes. The German government has this crazy idea that we'll store energy from renewables and hydrogen, which can then later be used for energy generation. The problem is, as I've explained in several previous videos, hydrogen is difficult to deal with and inefficient as storage.
Wow.
I think it'll be much more expensive than projected and make no commercial sense. And that's why I expect the hydrogen bubble to burst in the next 5 years, because
Wow,
90%...
man, this is crazy, bro. I didn't know this. None of this stuff. Of course, she might be exaggerating a little bit, but I did not expect none of this stuff to be happening right now in Germany. But y'all have to let me know in the comment section when she's saying it's true or she's just coping. By now, I think she's coping. She might be coping.
of the planned projects will not come into existence. It's also quite ironic if you know that the explosion you see in the footage from the Fukushima accident is a hydrogen explosion. Now you might say Sabine doesn't know anything and the hydrogen economy might come along just fine. Fair enough. But do you really want to bank the future of an entire country on the possibility that a so far non-existing part of the economy will come into being within 10 years? Seriously? Even if you are willing to take that risk, how many companies do you think are willing to take it? All these hydrogen-powered plants can also be run on methane, aka natural gas. If this hydrogen business doesn't work out, Germany will get stuck on fossil fuels, and that's becoming increasingly unappealing for investors. I think the German government is making a big mistake. Banking on hydrogen is really a delay game. It tells us that they believe climate change will magically go away. They're slow to realize that we can't avoid decarbonization, and the more we delay it, the more this country will go downhill. And that's why I'm embarrassed to be German.
How do you see Germany in the next 10 years? Do you think that renewable energy will be enough to power the entire country? You think renewable energy will be enough to power the entire country? I just want to know. Because Germany will be a good sample for that, and they're in the forefront of the renewable energy.
Because the Germans are so slow. I said I never expected to say this. I said this not because I think so highly of Germany, but because I've never identified much with Germany in the first place. I've never been proud to be German, so why be embarrassed? Because I feel like I could have done more. Maybe I should have studied something more useful than theoretical physics. Maybe I should have gone into politics. Maybe I should just have been a little bit louder. So here I am, trying to be a little bit louder. Really, I just want people to be afraid of my German accent again. That was a bit depressing, wasn't it? If you need something to cheer yourself up, have a look at Planet Wild. Planet Wild is a community-funded nature protection group. They restore ecosystems and change the world for the better, one mission at a time. And you can become part of their community for as little as $6 a month. Each
Okay.
month, Planet Wild embarks on
That's
a
their
new mission, which they
sponsorship.
document with videos right here on YouTube. Whether it's planting trees, reintroducing animals to forests where they once thrived, or using drones to study blue whales, Planet Wild is making a real difference for nature preservation. In their latest mission, they're using advanced tech to find and save a lost frog species in Ecuador. Planet Wild walks the walk, where others just talk the talk, and you can help them. Visit
There you go, folks. Well, I don't know. I don't know if she was really saying the truth or she was just trolling. You see what I'm saying? Like, it was a parody. I don't know how to take her. I don't know how to take her. But the renewable energy situation, I would love to know. Really. And how fast is your guys' internet? Is that slow, man? Golly, bro. 5 megabytes is kind of slow. Man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to see you in the next one.